Hey, my fellow scouts, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 32, Search for Borax. So if I am to expand the apiary, the apiary has been 2 gaps between, which is, I think, meta, meaning that the next apiary block would be here, but this whole back wall would be removed. Again, I would say probably a 3x3, like 9 total hives is generous. Obviously, we can spend upon it if we need to, but that's a pretty healthy amount of honey and beeswax. It's one of those situations where, like, you can obviously easily go beyond it, but there's diminishing returns for your effort. So managing a much larger beehive, sure, like it might net you some more money. The other thing to note, however, is how big is this? Because I might want to enclose this for the winter. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I count that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. So this will be 10. Because the reason this matters, if you're wondering, is if in the winter we want to heat up the flower farm so that the bees can be productive and not freeze, making sure that it is within the in the size maximum of a room is good, because you can't, anything beyond 14 by 14 by 14 can't be heated because it's no longer a room. It's too large to be considered a room. So that's why I'm counting these out. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not too big so far, in other words. Oh, I need more. So I'll also need more cattails than I currently have to expand the apiary out to a 9 total. And then eventually getting, like, light in here so that this is not a valid drifter spawn. Oh, these are fence gates. Oh, Lord. I did not mean to make fence gates. I meant to make posts. And I did that wrong. Well, I can, I'll save these for later, because they might come in handy later. No, I don't want rough hewn. Gates. Here we are. Planks and sticks in the middle. I can never seem to remember. No, these are still gates. Oh, man. Wooden fence. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I need more planks. That's great. And that's a lot more fences than I needed, because you get multiples. That's sort of the idea. That is the layout. With these extra fences, what I can also do is replace... Oh, look, floating dirt. I can replace the andesite dry stone with wood. It's just that they look different. And use the andesite somewhere else. Or granite. I guess they're granite, not andesite. One other thing that I didn't add to this design is dummies. What are they actually called? I think they're called dummy. I just clicked on guides. Straw dummy. So a straw dummy is a way to bait the bees so that they attack the straw dummy and not me to prevent damage. And incorporating a few straw dummies into the design, I think, would be a nice thing to do. So put, like, a few straw dummies. It doesn't need to be a ton. Like 2 or 3 is probably fine. But just enough that if I do piss off the bees, they don't come destroying me. So all these fences, I do plan, once we're in the winter, for them to be replaced with walls. So one, I'm just going to double check the dimensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And this is as big as it's going to be, where there's 2 soil blocks around each beehive, allowing for an abundance of flowers to be planted so that the bees can swarm to empty skeps. One thing that does pair well with this project, which I haven't done yet, is to relocate cattails closer so that in the case of so that I can easily replace, you know, destroyed skeps without too much trouble. But I don't need to do that right now. Right, it's time to get a meal, because I am starving. Keeping that lantern in my offhand is problematic over time. So I have 3 more skeps to make, and I do have one more question for you guys. So, next project. If you vote for food security here, I will make the things I just built look nicer, rather than to expand upon them. Or you can vote for another task. So if you want, like, better walls and fences and all that stuff, you can vote for it. One thing I will add is I do plan on, regardless of what's voted, I do plan on trying to get some flowers in the apiary, but not make them look nice. Very functional over pretty. It is currently August the 4th in-game, if you were wondering. Also, if you're wondering how I, like, paint the cattails, I'm holding right-click as I do it. That's how to go about that. And every tile that you move your cursor into gets +1. Which is useful for things that fill up slots, like skips. Yeah, if you vote for food security, I could also do a bunny trap. Or alternatively, that would be option number 4, which is viewer suggestions. I'll get a few extra cattails, just because I'm standing around them. Scythe's quite nice, isn't it? Really speeds up that process. So here's the 3 extra skeps, and then all that's left is for me to relocate a few extra flowers. And by a few, I mean like more than a few, but a few extra flowers so that the bees in the back in the new skeps have some flowers around them. And the hell did I just do that for? At least an empty skep does not require repair. Oh, my lord. Clicking very, very badly. Nice. So we have 9 total skeps. Not a full boundary around it, but as long as there's no trees growing in, so you want to keep trees away from your flower farms or your beehives, because trees will allow raccoons to spawn, and raccoons eat honey, and then you know, keep grass away from your regular farms. So heather kind of fits the bill because it's really low to the ground, and it's a nice pink. It's pretty. And maybe dwarf firs, or however you pronounce it, can be the other flower of choice. And I think instead of doing like a grid pattern, I'll just do them in rows. Eventually. But I'm not designing them nicely now. I'm just putting flowers in so we get honey. Definitely going with the locally... the native flowers. And the reason for that, it's good for the bees. Role-playing here. Bees don't care. In-game. Man, there was a lot of heather here. Got a lot of flowers to put in. This was the other one that I was considering. The dwarf first, because it's also low to the ground and there's a lot of it around. So using the scythe works on grass, cattails, stuff like that. It does not work on flowers. Flowers are different. There's my row of heather. And as you can see, if I had a different flower type and I did rows, it would look nice. But for now, I'm just going to fill in the rest with heather, just because the bees need flowers. And I think, I mean, there's obviously a few patches of grass here and there, but like most of this is flowers. And soon the nearby flowers will recalculate, and there will be, we'll have even more honey. All right, the current project now is find Borax. Icarus, thank you for the resub. So, finding borax. We have up here, and this, by the by, is like where we ran into a lot of bears. So I'll probably go with armor. But this was actually a pretty high borax prospecting. So I want to get back over there to get the borax for a lime wash for the for leatherworking. I also have I have a bunch of large hides, but I might also want to do like a huge batch of large hides when we get around to that as well, so that I get plenty of leather first batch. So in order to plan to go out there, let's get meals. And I am going to take the blueberry jam from this crock because I don't need like an almost empty crock. So we have a big mix of meals here. And speaking of crocks, let's get the crocks out from here. So this is so that we can jar up more stuff later on. Preserve it. And if you're wondering, that's what a shelf looks like. And you can stack crocks in 8 per shelf, which allows you to, I don't need to use the shelf right now, but allows you to store a lot of stuff in even a small cellar. Also, there's something very aesthetically pleasing about like just everything in its right spot, you know, like just tightly organized. I don't know. It scratches some itch, some like caveman brain itch of mine of like, oh god, that looks nice, you know. I don't know. I can't explain why. It's just that's how I feel. So, I am really just going for the borax here, which means heading all the way out there. But I think what I'm going to do, because I know it's not dangerous until we get a little bit closer, is just go with out wearing the armor, so I move faster until we get closer to the bear territory. Of course, it is like nighttime out, so I'm not going to really see them until they're on top of me. The other thing I'm going to do is switch out my tools, because I don't want to fill up my inventory full of extra tools. So I'm just going to take a fresh pick and a fresh prospecting. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I'll take a fresh prospecting pick. I'm a little worried about losing it, but like, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So we're good to go. And I'm heading very far to the northeast. Yeah, at the moment I have the lamp in my primary for food consumption, because anything held in your offhand makes you hungrier. And we are traveling. Bugs. Just double checking that I have that labeled. I do. Lux Trader. We've already found probably the most important trader type, which is the treasure hunter. But I wouldn't mind, you know, in case this is not so fruitful of a trip for me, I wouldn't mind scouting out all the traders in the local area, marking them down so that I can trade with them. Because I have a decent amount of of gears, so I would be able to buy something. According to my map, I have not prospected this spot. Decent chromite and very poor zinc. Oh, no, I did. I just didn't have it set up as a prospecting. I'm stupid. Oh well. Hello, Bot and Fabby. Thank you for the resubs. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So, other good news. It is becoming daytime, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to avoid being eaten by a bear in daytime. So my plan for Borax was as follows. I'm going to add the animals here. In case I want to domesticate. Whoa, too close. Whoa, too close. Oh god, there's a lot of them. So if this area that I'm heading to does not have any borax, my plan then is to probably go to the lakes up north, where the mountain ranges are, and digging vertical holes into the lakes to look for borax that way. Why the mountains? Because mountains, I find, are pretty easy to see exposed resources when it's very vertical. And then lakes, like under lake beds, tends to have salt and borax, both of which I want. So the resources that we haven't found yet that I'm hoping for, I haven't bothered to look for iron yet. And I have a lot of prospecting points that have really high hematite, lamanite, or magnetite readings. So, like, I'm not super worried about that. I think we're getting into danger territory here. So other than iron, the resources that I've really been hoping for and have not yet found would be salt. And salt would allow me to preserve foods, which is kind of important when you're trying not to starve in the winter. So it would allow me to cure my meats or brine my vegetables. Or even make cheese. Without salt, you can't make cheese. And then that would be found in... Oh, God, that's going to hurt. That would be found in, like, one sec. Dry salt beds, but I'm probably like nowhere near dry salt beds. So more realistically, if I wanted salt, we would need to prospect for halite. That's a deer. Okay. I was just gonna make a quick healing poultice so that I'm a little bit healthier. What is the... Oh, 4 horsetail. Okay. I'll make another quick stack, given that I'm heading into danger country. Now that I have my bronze armor on, I'm not trying to get rammed by rams, but like, it wouldn't do as much devastating damage as it would before. They have an attack tier 2, and I am currently wearing armor tier 2, so I have armor that is appropriate to negate their attacks. I'm not going to pick a fight because I don't want to damage my armor killing something I have no interest in fighting, but Just let you know that, like, before they were a real threat if they hit me, and now they're really not. Oh, this is very high zinc. Yeah. Sassafrite is zinc, right? Oh my god, let me collect. Yeah, it's zinc. I'll mark it down. Truthfully, I'm not really sure it's something I would need to exploit. Because I probably have all the cassiterite or all the tin I need for tin bronze, and I don't really need to be starting to make bismuth bronze, as that would be a lateral progression, not a vertical one. Right, now that I have tin bronze, the next obvious one is to go for iron. I don't need to make more bronze. Unless I lose all my gear or something. Have I found salt? I think I've found... Lord, that would hurt. Very low percent halite, but nothing that I thought would actually produce. Oh, fine. Game's like, trying to prospect, huh? We're gonna make it unnecessarily difficult. This is another zinc zone. Oh, no. I feel a lot more comfortable in armor in these areas. But the terrain sucks. I really hope that I don't end up finding, like, something awesome around here. What is this? Oh, that was the wrong style. Because I'd have half a mind to literally just create a tunnel through this whole biome so I can just avoid it in the future. I think we're closing it. Yeah, we're closing in on our destination. Plus, although I know you can't see it, I look dope wearing the armor. A lot of horsetail growing around here. Because this is wolf country and bear country. It's important to check all the bits that, like, you can't immediately identify, because you never know what you could find. So I'm in a claystone area. Oh, speaking of which, survived. Using up those poultices. And that is the benefit of armor and a shield. Sticks on the ground respawn? You know, I actually don't know. I suspect they do. Could be wrong. We got some more medium hides. And bushmeat. I think, let's get some more horsetail poultices. If I could find cattail. I hear more wolves. Alright, cattail's going to be near the water, so I'm going to go north to the pond. Oh, we got some resin. That was weird. was harvesting it, and then I plopped blocks on it. I think sticks are what, like, maybe respawn seasonal or something? I don't know. You'd have to look that up, unless someone in chat knows. So wolves are attack tier 2, as are the ram, which is why my armor held up so well against them. Because I definitely did not get trashed by those wolves like I had in the past. A little bit of bismuth. And the borax is just east of me. Or hypothetical borax. Don't count on an action being borax until I get there and confirm, right? 0.3 borax is actually not bad. The thing is, borax tends to spawn in really small discs. And you're never going to get high percents of them because they're also close to the surface. So because they spawn in really small discs and they're only really close to the surface, you're not going to get borax reads that are like very generous typically. That would be unusual. Which is why 0.03 has a very high chance to actually have borax, despite the fact that it's like not a big number. And I do know I'm going the wrong way. More poor. It did have minuscule amounts of lignite and gold, but because it's minuscule, I'm not gonna mark it. Although gold, you tend not to have anything but minuscule amounts, to be fair. This is somewhat inconveniently far from the base, so it's not an area that I want to like have to return to for resource exploitation. Unless it was like better than that gold. Wrong tool. Yeah, minuscule hematite and magnetite and lignite. Oh, this has 0.06 hematite. There's probably a hematite down here. But I'm sure there's stuff closer to the base than where I am now. We've had, I think readings of like 1.4 was the highest. Which means, like, if I dig straight down at that 1.4 zone and then dig around a little bit, like, I'm not gonna say I'm guaranteed to find it, but it would be really unusual not to have it. Native copper bits. I'm not even going to collect those. Look how spoiled I am. I just don't want to give up the inventory space for it. Oh, wolves. And because we're getting pretty close to the borax reed, I'm just going to do a little prospecting here around it. Because you can also try to zone in on exactly where the vein is, or where the vein could be. So this has another 0.3 borax as well. I forget what the last one was. But good enough. Alright, let's go to the first one. Did I mark them? Yeah, I've marked pretty much everything. So the iron spots that I've found in the past, I've marked. Not too concerned about finding them again. Yeah! Oh, Lord! I saw it and I was like, it can't be. But it is. Meteoric iron. So, meteoric iron is sort of halfway between iron and steel. Very, very good stuff. It doesn't even require, like, slagging or whatever. But I would need an iron tool to break that, so I can't even harvest it right now. But frickin' miraculous that I came out here for the borax and there was meteoric iron there. Like, just stupid luck. Oh, and a fruit tree here too. Maybe not the only fruit tree. So this is apple. Is this a fruit tree? Kind of looks like one. Quartz. A lot of quartz bits. So there's got to be a big quartz vein right underneath. Yeah, this is a mature pear tree stem. Yeah, when I last was out this way. Oh, this is a giant peat field too. And some more surface copper. Let me just take in the vista real quick, because this place has been Profit City. So this is that looks like a totally different biome over there. I think that's a wolf right there, maybe. Not that I'm scared of wolves anymore. Did I mark it down? Did I mark what? Now I'm confused. Specificity is king here. If you add specifics to what you're asking about, I'll be able to actually answer. If I have to ask follow-up qualifying questions, I'm less likely to respond. Well, I am happy about those fruit trees too. So let's poke around for borax. Get my shovel out. The borax reed was right here, so my plan is to dig a few holes around to see if there's any borax. And borax is typically pretty surface, so going down like, I don't know, 15 blocks or something should be enough. Maybe just a few more. The other thing is, like, I can dig like this and just to peek. And then grab the prospecting pick, go to node search. No node nearby. Okay. What about here? Borax found! There's borax somewhere nearby. Verified small amounts, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, so let's hone in on it. See if this is a higher or lower prospect amount. Medium amounts. Oh, we're heading in the right direction. Where's my shovel? Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch, December 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind for this series I ask for no spoilers or backseating. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. And if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.